It's time for the TVN question of the week.
Hi, I'm Holly.
And I'm Katie.
And we've had some questions recently about townships that have received some right-to-know law requests. They're receiving in emails that are not on the form and are lacking a lot of details about the individual who's requesting that information. They've been asking, is this a legitimate request, and do we have to comply with this?
Absolutely. Yeah, and some folks might remember similar things happening last year from FOIA Buddy. It seems like there's going to be a lot more of those services out there that, in short, charge a fee to users to submit like bulk right-to-know type requests. So that's where they're coming from, to give you some background. And we can give you some basic advice on how you can determine, is this a valid request? What do I do with it?
And first of all, a request has to be submitted on the Office of Open Records standard form. And they updated that last year to gather a little bit of additional information and make sure that it was a resident of the United States who is submitting that form. And so that it is a valid request. So if you receive a request that comes in just in the text of an email, that is not a legitimate request. It does need to be, you can choose to respond to it, but you can require that it be submitted on the right-to-know form provided by the Office of Open Records. Another thing you can look for is maybe you get the form and it's not completely filled out. It's missing contact information. Maybe it's anonymous. And at that point, you also do not have to respond to anonymous forms. So if it doesn't include a name, maybe it does include a name, but it doesn't have contact information. You try to call the phone number and it gives you a message that they won't respond to questions about right-to-know forms, that is actually a thing. Or if the email address, another one we've seen is it might have an email address on the form, but it doesn't work. It doesn't.
Right.
No one responds to it. It's just a generic email address created by one of these companies that's auto-generating some of the requests.
Exactly. Yeah, and really the big thing that would be on the township's end is just make sure that you do have a right-to-know policy that addresses anonymous requests. We do have a sample right-to-know policy available on our website. If you just sign into PSATS.org, under Programs and Services is our resource center. So if you don't already have a policy addressing those types of requests, that's something we would suggest looking into now to make sure that you can deny those as anonymous.